to the Malaysia Open Semifinals. I'm Ismail Myron,
And I'm Aklif.
and we have our last top 4 match of the day. We have thank you so much, Wilson.
We have also our special guest, Faramosa. I don't think you can stand.
Damn it.
Okay, either way, we have here. Who do we have for the top 4?
We have Alistair Sandover from Perth going up against Ang Wei Wen from Singapore.
Where's Perth?
He's in Australia.
Ah, I see. That island.
Western Australia.
And we have another man from another island, which is Wei Wen from Singapore.
Absolutely. And I can't wait to go into this matchup here because
Oh,
it's a weather war, by the way.
Yeah. It's Sun Venusaur versus Rain Swampert. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, or Ludicolo.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be more difficult. I think Alistair here is also gonna face a few issues because
Generally the rain matchup has not been
say
good,
poor,
so
but like always like a little bit at a disadvantage unless he has a tech.
absolutely.
And he doesn't really have a tech against like Sun Trick Room, which is an issue.
Yep, absolutely. And he also has the Venusaur to counter most of the rain archetypes in Alistair's team.
I mean, like he could have the Coco, but you know it's an easy protect from the Charizard as always.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
he has to play a lot. He has to play around maybe Gardevoir this time. He has to play with Gardevoir
Gardevoir,
because Gardevoir can soak some special attacks.
true, but it's also heavily threatened by the Venusaur and Tapu Koko, I would say.
Oh yeah, true. I would say more threatened by the Snorlax than anything.
Yeah, more the Snorlax because the Gardevoir can't two-shot into the Gardevoir.
Oh yeah, of course. The special bulk of you may think that Snorlax has good physical defenses, but no, it's the special defenses. It's the strength of the mind,
The strength
not the big body.
not the physical strength.
Yeah, but either way, it's gonna be interesting on how Alistair chooses to adapt, especially against this form of Sun, because I think that, like you said, Venusaur might come in.
Yeah, it was already displayed in the second top 8 match. I think it was the Charizard, Cresselia, and Landorus core.
Yeah,
With Tapu Koko, by the way.
that is the core Sun team that that this weather archetype team carries it about. So
yeah, absolutely, because the synergy that it has with that Cresselia, Icy Wind, Speed Control, and Charizard just able to dish off the Heat Waves is going to be very overwhelming.
yeah, and want to go straight into the match with Ang Wei Wen from Singapore versus Alistair Sandover from Australia. Yeah.
Absolutely, I can't wait to see what both these players tend to lead with in the matchup. For Wei Wen, it could be either Landorus Cresselia or Charizard Cresselia.
Yeah.
Charizard Cresselia is
Charizard Cresselia, it's a very default lead generally.
absolutely. Once you get off the sun immediately, and we do see Ludicolo and is that Polito? Gardevoir.
Okay, interesting. Is he gonna? I don't think he's gonna trick room this turn. He shouldn't trick room this turn, anyways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Question is, who does the fake out go into? Because the Charizard here can definitely take a Hyper Voice from the Gardevoir, but if it goes for a Psychic, or if it has other moves, because Gardevoir is able to have a lot of coverage moves.
Absolutely, Ludicolo is in a very peculiar position, right? Because it could go for a fake out on the Charizard, and Gardevoir might just be free to dish up a Hyper Voice, I would say. Because the following turn he could bring in, no, he can't really bring in Polito to change the weather, I would say.
True. No, he has Pelipper.
Absolutely, Charizard does retreat.
Switch out, I think, into Snorlax. Yep. So this would be the damage absorbent.
Yep.
And I think he would trick room with the Cresselia here.
If he does trick room with the Cresselia,
Yeah, he can't really bring Charizard back in, right?
yeah. But then it will be a Snorlax hard trick room matchup.
Yeah.
Fake out.
Fake
Is
out.
it going to Cresselia?
It should be the Cresselia. No, into the Snorlax actually. Okay.
And we do see a Hyper Voice being dished out.
So I assume here Cresselia does want to go for the trick room.
Yeah, Cresselia does opt to go for a trick room mode, and Snorlax is very free to set up right now. Could go for a Curse, could go for a Belly Drum.
I think a Belly Drum here, and possibly Ludicolo goes for Scald onto the Snorlax. Maybe
It's a mind game right now, right? Because
Wei Wen also has the
ally switch. I was about to say that. Yeah, I was about to go into that point where Wei Wen does have the ally switch coverage potentially. So even if going for the Ludicolo nuke with the Waterium Z, he's got a call. Is it the correct Snorlax slot or the ally switch potential play?
That's one thing, and the second thing is, does Alistair's Gardevoir also have trick room to cancel it out this turn?
I believe most Gardevoirs in this current format metagame, I believe it does.
They would want to carry it. Yeah.
So even if they do reverse the trick room, still.
Then actually switching out Ludicolo. Bring out
Stakataka.
Stakataka. Okay, but you don't want to get high horsepower into that slot. Going for a helping hand means he's going to go for a damage. Is that a double edge into the Gardevoir slot?
Or potentially the Ludicolo slot, I believe. The Stakataka, yeah.
Oh, fair call.
With the nodding of the head of Wei Wen, I still believe he went for the... Yep, and we just see a free Hyper Voice being dished out by Alistair.
Yeah, this is just going to pile the damage on, and Snorlax is going to be forced to pop his berry.
Absolutely, and now under Trick Room, Stakataka will be the Pokemon to move first inside the current speed. game.
Okay.
Cruselia's berry has not been procced yet because at 50%, which could possibly indicate it's either
If
50% berry.
Taka here chooses to go for, if I'm not mistaken, the Titanium Z, if
Yeah,
it has it, yeah.
Yep.
This is the time it will go into the Snorlax. So,
It's always a 50-50,
because
right?
he can
with
switch into
Cresselia.
Charizard, he can switch into, and he can ally switch
Ally
with
switch.
Cresselia, yeah.
There's a lot of potential plays.
But actually, he's going straight up for it. No predictions.
call
Does
it?
he call it? Does he call it? This is go. We got Titanium Z.
Fight TMZ
From the
Taka.
Taka. I think it's superpower,
I'm
right?
having bad memories from Singapore
Oh,
Open
man,
2 as
yeah.
well in Top Cut.
Don't worry. This time the all-out pummeling is on another man's receiving end.
Okay.
Does he go into the Snorlax slot? It goes into the Cresselia slot, predicting the ally switch, but it's.
That's not gonna do much.
That's
no,
not too much.
it's not gonna even.
I don't think he's gonna pick up the. Is it pick up the berry? Is that enough to pick up the berry? No,
not
really.
even.
Wait, belly drums under this. Will the Hyper Voice be able to pick it up from there? I don't know.
No, but the berry has already been proc. Will the Hyper Voice be picked up at
Yeah, that's
60
why.
HP?
Cresselia going for an icy wind. Okay.
Under Trick Room?
Under
What?
Trick Room, but why? You're only making Taka faster. You're only making his gyro balls hurt harder.
True. Oh my goodness. And there's no free turn for him to go for a recycle right now.
Yeah. So
Hyper
here's
Voice.
the Hyper Voice.
Alistair just doesn't care. He's just like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna Hyper Voice all I want.
And he picks up a double KO on the Cresselia, and it's not like that Titanium Z had a good enough roll just to make sure that it didn't get the HP bar to proc.
I'm
to proc
surprised
the berry.
Wayward did not go for a recycle that turn. It was a very free, gaining back the momentum with the recycle, but going for the belly drum, I felt that was a greedy play.
That
on
was a
his
very.
part.
And why did he go for the icy win with the belly drum
Now,
when he has Trick Room?
Taka's in
Yeah.
prime position with the gyro ball.
And against a Venusaur, like he doesn't need to fear anything because gyro ball's gonna hurt.
And with the icy wind now, I believe the Gardevoir would be slower than
Yeah,
the
it would be
Venusaur.
slower than the Venusaur, so he can. If he has Psychic, he's gonna launch out Psychic.
If
Yeah.
he has Side Shot or Psychic with the Rock Side potential from Taka, now's the time to go for it. I'm at a loss for words right now because now the numbers game are definitely in Alistair's favor.
Yeah, Alistair, and let's not forget that he is forced to Mega Evolve. He's not gonna Mega Evolve this turn, trying to stall out the rain. But
Yeah,
you
because
have to remember he practically has already won the rain matchup.
And he goes for a gyro ball into it
A
and goes
Psy Shock into the Venusaur. This should KO it
does
because
he pick up the KO.
it should. Because this is not a
It
Mega Venusaur, and
Yeah.
Mega Gardevoir has a lot of special attack. I think about
That is a
170.
That's a clean 4-0 sweep. I
That's a
can't believe
clean
it.
4-0 sweep. And is Trick Room still up?
No, Trick Room's still up. Yeah, Trick Room's still
Yeah,
up.
then Taka can just.
And he can't Mega Evolve because there's a potential Pelipper
no,
in the
he
back.
has to Mega Evolve. This is the only chance.
There's a
here.
potential Pelipper in the back. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But there's no point because it doesn't matter. If he stalls out, he doesn't get the stat boost. He doesn't get the sun boost, but he's still gonna lose anyways.
Absolutely.
Alistair here, not even needing rain to counter him, just needing damage.
But I still feel that Wayward really needs to respect the Gardevoir much more with the Hyper Voice chipping at it.
Yeah,
Just
Hyper Voice
chipping,
and
chipping,
Pixelate
chipping.
boosting the damage even further.
Exactly. He's got to pressure the Gardevoir at some point or another.
Yeah, I think he tried to with Venusaur, but giving it the icy win within Trick Room.
Giving it the IC win
yeah,
within
was
Trick Room.
I don't think Sludge Bomb
it's
would
not
have
a
KO'd
good
it.
What?
I do not think Sludge Bomb KOs
Mega Gardevoir?
Mega Gardevoir.
We'll see. Yeah, because it's not even Mega, by the way.
it takes. Yeah, that's right, because it's a normal Venusaur.
Yep.
And even if it has high special attack investment,
Because
the special,
Gardevoir is
yeah,
definitely
has a lot of
special
special
defense.
bulk. Yeah. So I would assume it would take 2 hits to KO it.
Yeah, but Alistair leading off with the Coco and Ludicolo, was it? Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe it was. It was a very good lead because it covers the potential Charizard Mega evolving the following turn.
Yeah.
So you keep the Polito in the back, keeping the rain in check, I would
The
say.
Pelipper at the back.
The Pelipper at the back. Keeping in check, but which is wise on Alistair's part to not bring the Swampert because it offers nothing to match up. And also, what do you have in the back? That last Pokemon.
Pelipper, Coco. He was Taka, and he had
Gardevoir, Swampert.
Gardevoir, Swampert, Ludicolo, Taka, Pelipper, and
I still felt the 4 that he brought, which was
What
the
was the
Stakataka, Ludicolo, Pelipper, and Gardevoir.
yeah.
The Gardevoir, yeah.
Yeah.
These 4 were really important in the matchup because Takataka covers the Trick Room option.
Takata, he needs Taka in case Trick Room because he will be the fastest, and
Yeah.
his gyro balls still do quite a lot of damage, and he has that Titanium Z for the Snorlax.
Absolutely. So there are answers, but Wayward's not going to make it easy for
Yeah,
Alistair at
we're
all
gonna go
because
right
that-
into the match once again.
Yep.
And Wayward has to claw himself from the backseat.
Yeah, Wayward really needs to clutch a kill here, clutch a win here to go to a game 3. He needs to win like 2 wins consecutively, and I'm not sure how is this gonna play out right now because in terms of team favor, I still think Wayward has. the
Wayward
better-
definitely has
He has answers. He
has
does have
the
answers.
matchup favor. However, Alistair, it's gonna boil down to the player skill on how they pilot the team. So Charizard, Landorus here going up against this kind of team. Okay. Sure, but like Landorus can't really KO the Ludicolo, and Ludicolo here, if he goes for the Waterium Z into the Landorus, he's gonna KO him. Or if his Ice Beam is also gonna KO him.
It's quite difficult for the Waterium Z from Ludicolo to come out just because of the sole fact that Charizard could go for the Mega Evolution. So I don't think the Waterium Z into Landorus is a good play. I still
Then
think
an Ice
Fake
Beam.
Out. Fake Out's a
Fake
better
out
play.
into Lando, and then goes for a Volt Switch into the Charizard.
Exactly. I still think that's the better play per se.
Yeah.
But then the Charizard could go for a Protect here because we know that the Landorus, even in the previous top 4 match, it always went.
It was scarfed,
in the top cut, it always went for Earthquake in front of a Tapu Koko, which indicates it's Choice Scarf.
Yeah.
And there's no intimidators
okay,
on
going
Alistair's side.
for the straight
Pelipper,
up.
I still think Pelipper is gonna come in here.
Maybe no, it's. Okay.
I still feel.
Going for a Mega Evolve. Okay, fine. But will he? I think he protects the Charizard here. Could have Volt Switched, honestly.
True, but I don't know. Wayward has never protected in front of Coco. For the past multiple matches he's been on, he's never protected in front of
That's
Coco.
not gonna be so good.
Yeah, see,
Ludicolo going for a
Charizard did not go for a protect. I bet he went for a Heat Wave right
Yeah,
now.
that's a big call here. Going for an overheat into the, I think into the Ludicolo slot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna pick up the KO since he does not have Assault Vest because it's Waterium Z, I think.
Absolutely. And that's a very good trade, I think.
Yeah.
You get a fake out, but overheat picks up the KO on Ludicolo because it's not carrying the assault
He
vest.
should have Volt Switched, honestly. Like I said, he could have Volt Switched instead.
This is like reminiscent to GSDO's play back in Top Cut.
Yeah. But now he brings in Pelipper here. So okay, but the Landorus here will go for a U-turn, I assume. U-turn
because once you've already locked your move in the previous turn, you are locked to that same move, even though after you've been faked
really?
out. Yeah.
I suppose.
So he might just.
But
go for an
Charizard here
earthquake.
definitely wants to switch out because it's in the rain. It's
And
under.
the special attack has been dropped by 2 stages already.
Yeah. Question is, will Pelipper go for a Tailwind? I don't think he needs to.
No, I still feel
I don't-
Crusada's gonna come in here for Wayward.
Yeah.
Crusada's very good
He needs to start packing up damage.
Yep.
Landorus maybe switches out, I assume. Both might switch out into one. He might go into a Hurricane into the Landorus slot for the Venusaur.
Or Brine, for all I know.
Yeah, Brian also works as well.
Yeah, Hyper Voice Brine.
Yeah.
But
Hyper
then
Force Brian is it.
Charizard.
He can ignore the Charizard slot for now, honestly.
I still feel Crusada's gonna come into the slot. It's
Yeah,
very
but-
safe.
I mean, Hyper Voice is also is a very safe move.
Yeah, but Hyper Voice will be a 4-hit KO on Crusada, which is definitely what Wayward wants to do right now.
Ooh, and we win. I'm unsure if he timed out.
No, that's
Oh
Alistair.
no, Alistair's timed out. Sorry.
Yeah, when we do see Venusaur bring. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's Wayward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Venusaur being brought in.
Venusaur coming in. So I assume it's going to be a Hyper Voice. Landorus actually not switching out. I assume it's a U-turn.
It's gonna go for Earthquake, I feel.
Earthquake. I think it's U-turn because why would he bring Venusaur then?
See, he can't U-turn because you're locked into the move you were
It's Rock
pressing.
Slide. Yeah, it's Rock.
previously.
Anyway, it's Rock Slide anyway. So will he go for a flinch onto Pelipper actually managing to get off a Tailwind? So yeah. And
What does Gardevoir go for here?
Hyper
Hyper
Voice.
Voice.
Yeah, but the Tailwind's gonna make a big difference now because ooh, wow, that's a big bag of hurt.
Right.
But okay.
I'm not wondering right now, did Wayward bring Cresselia? Because I still feel Cresselia offers a lot in the matchup.
Yeah, of course.
Controlling
Yeah,
the
wanting
speed is
to
super
switch out, but he can't because it only has Rock Slide. Here's the issue.
Yep.
Wayward is trapped right now. If he switches out, because Hyper Voice is gonna take a ton of damage. He can go for another Hyper Voice into the. Because Venusaur generally would want to protect,
Do we
even
see-
if it doesn't. Yeah.
Do we see Gardevoir going for a side shot
No,
into
it-
the Venusaur?
Ooh, Rock Slide actually still outspeeding the Gardevoir even under Tailwind.
The Rock Slide will take another 2 shots to pick up the KO. Yeah,
Wait for a side shot, yeah, because it doesn't need to fear. But now with the Tapu Koko, it can go for a Dazzling Gleam and a side shock into the Venusaur slot.
but you also gotta respect the Charizard that will come back inside once Tailwind does expire.
I mean, that's why if he goes for a Dazzling Gleam, Landorus is KO'd, and he can go for the side shock into the Venusaur slot anyways.
True, fair enough.
So
fair enough.
that does a decent chunk of damage
Yeah,
at least.
I need to see what is Wayward's last Pokemon. He's gotta carry either a Snorlax or Cresselia in right now.
Or he could
it's
just go
super
for
important.
Dazzling Gleam and Hyper Voice for maximum damage.
Absolutely, you're right. But it won't pick up the KO on Venusaur.
Oh,
then
true,
Venusaur
yeah,
could pick
if-
up the KO
But
on
as
the
I said,
Gardevoir.
if Venusaur chooses to switch in, and I think Venusaur wants to switch out honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. Venusaur, yeah, he needs to preserve the Venusaur for the Gardevoir matchup once Tailwind has expired and Venusaur is in the matchup with Sun.
Lando actually switching out instead. Okay, for the Tapu Koko.
Did he bring Cresselia?
Didn't bring Cresselia.
What?
Going for a Dazzling Gleam. This should be a side shock into the Venusaur here, just
Yeah, I
to
still feel it's a side shot
output
to Venusaur.
maximum damage. No need
Wait,
to go for scary predicts here.
Yeah, he can make safe plays basically.
Now he just needs to spam Hyper Voice and Thunderbolt. Honestly,
But in terms of the speed control, I think Alistair has to be set with that position right now because even if Pelipper comes back in, This is the last turn of Tailwind, by the way. He's got to work with this speed tier per se, because
Yeah.
the Pelipper will not get the opportunity to set up another Tailwind again if the
Okay.
Coco is in front here.
I would say he does not need to, because distant would be a double protect, honestly,
Yeah, and that will protect.
to stall out the trick room.
But if Gardevoir has
To stall out
Trick Room,
the
right, if
the
Gardevoir has
mind
Trick Room, the
games.
mind games, there's plenty of opportunities and plays that could be made in this match.
yeah,
right now.
it's still a big 50-50 from both players because both players are down to only 3 Pokemon left.
Exactly. So we have to see the.
No, but if
is-
he goes for
does
trick,
Pelipper come in
but
here?
if he goes for
Does-
trick room, his Coco won't be able to. Oh, he has Pelipper, so
Yes,
what is
Pelipper.
he
That's,
worried
that's
about?
my point. Yeah.
Switching to Pelipper right now. Okay, he's gonna go for Hyper Voice System.
I think he's gotta go
He
for
needs to Hyper Voice
Voice.
System. He needs to Hyper Voice.
Oh, but if he double protects here, does Wayward go for double protect? Coco does not protect.
Coco does not protect. The question
Do you
is,
see
will the
Hyper
Tailwind?
Voice?
Will the Tailwind? Tapu Koko actually
No,
being
no,
faster.
he went for Trick Room. I think he went for Trick Room.
I don't.
I think he went for Trick Room. I think he went for Trick Room. Gardevoir went for Trick Room because the Tailwind's the last turn. Gardevoir went second after the Coco. I think Trick Room is going up now.
I don't
really
know
do.
because the scarf, because the scarf Lando outsped the Gardevoir.
No, but if he Trick Rooms now, then
Yeah,
the
he can win,
Tailwind's
yeah.
expiring. I still think Trick Room's going
Okay,
up.
okay, we'll see.
Yes,
okay,
I'm
alright,
telling
alright.
y'all, Trick Room's amazing play right now.
Being able to survive that that Volt Switch is a big thing.
Yeah, I was surprised that.
So
the
so
ball
now
switch
it's
did not-
just Hyper Voice and
Brian.
Skull and Brian Spam, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Charizard's got to switch out, but Coco coming in from that slot will take
No,
a
it's gonna
brunt.
die, man.
It's
Like Alistair is just pumping out the damage now with the Hyper Voices.
exactly. Hyper Voice and Brian it's gonna go into the Charizard slot right now.
Yeah.
It's a no drawback play, I feel.
Yeah, it's just Hyper Voice Brian. Charizard needs to switch out in order to have any chance of surviving, but this is gonna be a double KO with the Hyper Voice.
Yeah, does Landorus have Protect? No, we
No,
saw
no,
it being
it's
Choice
Scarf.
Scarf.
It's Scarf.
We saw
it's
it
Scarf.
being Choice Scarf. So now it's gonna be Charizard against the world, by the way.
Yeah. Oh no, Charizard gets it. Because here's the thing: at the end of the day, he just needs to chip in enough for his Coco to come in and launch a big Thunderbolt on it.
But
He has a Coco at the back, remember? So even if he stalls out Trick Room, he has Tapu Koko to stop it.
this is the second turn of Trick Room. There's 3 more
Yeah,
turns.
so he has all the time in the world right now.
Are you sure with Charizard being at full HP under Sun, it's gonna? I still think
No,
Raven's
Psyshock and Brian.
under Sun. I don't think he'll pick up the KO.
Maybe not, but like he just needs to keep going for it. He just needs to pile some
Okay,
damage
wait. I
out.
feel Wayward can come back from this with a Heat Wave. Really, I really do.
Or what he could do is he double protects his turn, so the next turn he attacks, and then the turn after that, if he KOs,
No,
he
because
brings in.
Coco is not. Coco has choice specs, so you can't protect that last turn. I'm saying yes.
I see. Well, he just has to go for it now. Psyshock,
these damage calculations are very important. Psyshock.
Ooh,
So the
Brian
damage
might-
is double with Brian.
Yeah,
But
Brian
I
might
don't
be
know
able
if
to KO.
with the Sun.
It does
pick
manage
up
to
the
KO. Yes.
Well played.
Well
on
played by
Alistair.
Alistair. That last game Trick Room. Oh,
I didn't know my damage calculations.
a champion's mind game right there.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
So taking it a solid 2-0 win over a Wei win, and barely using the rain, honestly.
No, he had no
He-
purpose to use the rain
Yeah.
in that matchup.
Yeah,
There's no opportunity to do it. I'm telling you.
his what he managed to do with his team, as the team goes, a very hyper offensive. Just spam out
the
that
damage
hyper voice.
outputs,
Yeah,
the damage
just spam
output.
that side shocks. So actually, the Mega Gardevoir was actually a very good answer to a lot of the Pokemon on very good check to the Pokemon on Wayman's side.
Absolutely, and the side shock damage calculations were very important
Yeah,
also in that
very
matchup.
important.
For it to do just nicely at 50% to a Mega Charizard White, following up with a Brine. Under the Sun, by the way, double damage as well.
Correct.
Picked up the KO.
So
Well,
I guess
I
we'll
was-
go into the winners interview with Alistair right now.
Yep, I'll be
Very
covering
quick,
that
yeah,
interview.
you'll be covering that. So we will catch you soon with our winners interview.
I'm-
Before we go into our finals, Alistair Sandover versus Benjamin Tan.
This will be a very exciting
It's
finals.
gonna be exciting because both teams are very eccentric.
Absolutely, yeah.
But one of them has weather.
True, but I'm very excited for that finals. But I can't wait to interview Alistair.
So we will get Alistair in the winners interview seat.
Alright, we'll
and
be back
until
shortly.
then, we'll back shortly. Yep.